Hello, I am David Meyer, Mayor of the City of Fairfax. The murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis on May 25 has brought our nation to a critical juncture. Every generation alive today now confronts the reality of systemic, institutional, and economic racism that has been part of our nation's history from our inception as the world's first democracy. The paradox of our country's ideals, enshrined in the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, and our actual history of slavery, Jim Crow, the subjugation of Native Americans, and the economic and physical violence towards persons of color has come into full view and led us to this crisis of conscience. White America has understood this dichotomy intellectually. Now it must come to terms with it viscerally. Our city of Fairfax has its own history of segregation and racism. We must not shy away from facing it, nor sugarcoat it. Acknowledging and learning from this history, especially through the lens of the experience of persons of color, is critical as we move forward. In doing so, this history compels us to engage in serious introspection and take bold actions needed to create fundamental change. With respect to law enforcement in our city, many citizens, understandably, have asked about the policies of our police department and how these policies are reflected in the daily actions of our police officers. Specifically, the 8 Can't Wait use of force guidelines are already observed and practiced by our department and have been for several years. These guidelines are included in the initial police academy training for new hires and are regularly reinforced with ongoing training of our officers. Additionally, in response to any allegation of misconduct by any officer in our department, our internal review policies and procedures strictly comply with the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. Now, our police department has a superior track record and a strong reputation regarding its interactions with all members of the public. While we are grateful for this record, your elected officials and the senior management of your police department and city government must never be complacent about our law enforcement activities and the exercise of police powers. I am confident that our police officers are, each and every day, mindful of their core mission and perform their duties impartially and with equity. And as I have personally witnessed on more than one occasion, frequently with empathy and compassion. Most importantly, our police officers will continue to serve all persons, irrespective of color, gender, sexual orientation, religion, language, or national origin. They, along with all of us, remember our national motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. In the oversight and enforcement of our laws, the rights and civil liberties of every person will be respected in our city. The profession of law enforcement is tough indeed. Your elected officials and city police managers work diligently to offer and sustain competitive compensation and opportunities for career progression for our police, but we all know that the pay could and should be better. Our officers and their families face years of shift work, with police often missing school plays and recitals and ball games and other family celebrations. And then there's the ever-present danger of physical harm in the conduct of their duties. These challenges are significant, and most of us do not experience them in our own work lives. The citizens of our city are grateful and immensely appreciative of the dedication and service ethic displayed every day by the officers in our police department. They are always present to respond in a moment's notice to provide aid and assistance and to protect us from harm. At this past Tuesday's meeting of the Fairfax City Council on June 9, our police chief, Aaron Scheibel, along with Deputy Chief Dan Grimm and Captain Natalie Hinesley, reviewed the current policies and procedures that govern any incident of misconduct by a police officer in our department. Chief Scheibel also reviewed the options under consideration for stronger and more independent reviews that may be possible by working with other police departments in our region. In the coming weeks, Chief Scheibel will hold a series of community meetings with residents to listen to concerns and respond to questions about our police department and its policies, its practices, and operations. The scores of comments that I, along with your City Council, have received from city residents have been thoughtful and focused and heartfelt. These comments reveal a deep hope that out of this national tragedy, a new reality of equity and justice in our country and in all of its communities can be realized for all persons. May this be our future, beginning now in the city of Fairfax. Thank you.